What's up, FTCs? We're going to start another little segment called Prediction Bingo for all the PLEs coming up.
And what that means for the FTCs is we will be creating new bingo cards for every PLE so you guys can play too.
BINGO. Let's go. What up, FTCs? Back like we never left, coming in with another Smackdown episode, April 25th.
And guys, starting off the show, we have the last, the only, the real, undisputed WWE Champion, John Cena. And the Viper Randy Orton setting up their match for Backlash in St. Louis.
So, Devin, I want to call John Cena out right now. You know something that's kind of irritating me? He keeps bringing up all these, good things that would be working with story, right? He brought up, well, he hasn't, which is a problem. The Rock, selling his soul out and everything, nobody's ever addressed that. Another thing that hasn't been addressed, he literally was on Raw talking about, y'all got 27 more dates to see me. Why wasn't that brought up again? Mm-hmm. I just want to see something good, I don't want to have all this confusing stuff. I understand there's supposed to be more pieces to it that come in later and everything, but John Cena's a mastermind at this stuff, let him cook a little bit.
Yeah, and him versus Randy Orton is probably going to be amazing.
I know when we was kids, that was one of the biggest feuds ever. You know what I mean? John Cena versus Randy Orton. John Cena was usually the good guy trying to get the spinner belt back from the bald Randy Orton. Now it's the other way around. So,
But guys, Fraxium defeats Los Garza
in a very, very well debut to the main roster. I'll give them that. I'm not too aware of Nathan Frazier and Axiom, but I have heard of the guys. So for them to be making it to the main roster, beating people like Los Garzas, who are literally main roster tag team, that's huge. So I hope they use them right and let them have a chance at whatever they're willing to do.
We need some more guys in the tag team division, man.
Especially on SmackDown, because it feels like we're stuck with, hell, Pretty Deadly, DIY, and Motor City Machine Guns. Besides Street Profits, that feels like that's all we got. So another tag team's always awesome. Next up, though, Tippy Time comes out, and then Jay Cargill comes out, and then, they set it up for a match. And, okay, so, I didn't know that this was going to happen, but I felt Nia Jax coming. From a mile away, I was like, oh, God.
It's your favorite wrestler.
I was like, bro, why do I feel like Nia Jax is finna come out? Because we ain't seen her at WrestleMania. Where's she been? You know what I mean? She got to come out on SmackDown.
Your favorite wrestler on SmackDown.
Lo and behold, Tiffany Stratton versus Jay Cargill ends in no contest due to Nia Jax going out and ripping to Tiffany Stratton a new one.
One me.
Get that out of here. I thought we were safe. Man. But yeah, so I guess this is going to set up probably a triple threat. Jay Cargill.
I'm surprised
Nia
they
Jax.
give us that on SmackDown. That seems like a big match.
It does seem like a big match. Plus it had as it was going, it had a bunch of a bunch of stuff was going on they were trying to tell, but then Nia Jax ruined it, so it's alright. We'll see what happens.
LA Knight and Drew McIntyre come out and tell Jacob Fatu they want the title.
Yeah, and pretty much LA Knight just tells Drew let me know when you're done, because we know what you're gonna do. You're coming out here to cry about something, Jacob Fatu, the way he carries himself, the way he holds himself as a United States champion, bro. I hate to say it, but that guy's got aura.
And he was handling business.
And
the crowd, bro, they were screaming, Fatu, Fatu, Fatu.
So,
he's over.
This set up the number one contender for the U.S. title matchup. LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre. Whoever wins gets to face Jacob Fatu. Something I thought that was going to happen, though, I thought, the way Solo started his promo, he, literally looked at Jacob and said, this is because of me. I'm the reason Jacob's here. He's not lying. But at the same time, they kind of, separated right before WrestleMania, and Jacob was stay out of my way. You know what I mean? And now Solo's that's because of me. I thought he was going to, well, prove it, Like, but I guess we're just gonna have to wait to see Solo versus Jacob. But y'all know what I mean. We ready for it.
Zelina Vega defeats Chelsea Green in the Secret Service to become the new Women's U.S. Champion.
And that, hey, I'm not even mad at it because I'm pretty sure like when all this came around for the U.S. title, like me and you voted for Zelina to win. I think.
I like Zelina being champion. I feel like she deserves it and has gotten a lot better. My only thing is what's the Secret Service gonna do now?
Yeah, that is kind of weird. It's like, unless Chelsea Green's whole freaking title discussion right now is just going to be for that, It's like, that's where it makes the most sense is the U.S. title, right? Like, she couldn't go win the Women's Intercontinental title and it still make as much sense. So,
it was a good run, though.
Yeah, good run. Longest, shortest, tallest, funniest, lamest champion ever. Like, good job. Got that one, Chelsea. So then the Miz comes out, and he's like, right before that, he was telling Carmelo Hayes, like, I gave myself up for you to let you win and everything. He's like, I got some business I gotta handle. So he goes out there and he's like, why wasn't I on WrestleMania? I'm the Miz and I'm awesome. And then Aleister Black returns. And for all the FTCs that watch AEW, this is huge for y'all. For us, it really doesn't mean anything. All it means to me is I remember that Seth Rollins took your eye before you left. That's literally all I know about Aleister Black. He's good. He's an athlete, but I'm not too familiar with him.
I remember not being incredibly fond of Aleister Black when he was in WWE the last time, but I think it wasn't entirely his fault. And then also there was a lot of cryptic and kind of spooky characters going on then as well.
So he really didn't fit in with all that because he is one of those two,
And so maybe this second chance, maybe he can pull a Drew McIntyre, bro, and we can really see what he can do.
Oh, speaking of Drew McIntyre, tell him what happened in the LA Knight match.
Drew McIntyre defeats LA Knight by disqualification.
So, technically, Drew McIntyre is the #1 contender, but it seems like Solo put his nose in when he didn't need to, and then Jacob had to kind of finish business. You know what I mean? So, if you think of that, I feel like about come around next week on SmackDown, we're gonna get a backstage segment with them, and Jacob's gonna be like, "Look, bro, you're just gonna have to chill out." You know what I mean? And then that's gonna piss Solo off.
McIntyre's awfully brave wanting a piece of Fatu.
I thought it was crazy how when Drew came out, he literally said something about, I could be going for Cena right now, but nobody wants to fight a fake champion. I was like, dang, bro, you the one going for the mid card, you know what I mean? But I think this would be really good, bro, because Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu, that's Jacob Fatu's biggest match yet, bro. That's his biggest challenge by far. If he beats Drew McIntyre, nobody can say shit about the Samoan Werewolf. And that's just facts.
He's world championship level if he beats him clean.
Next up, though, from what I think, it's just my opinion, I think this was the best match of 2025 so far on SmackDown.
This match should have been on WrestleMania, not Doo-Doo New Day and the Poo Poo War Raiders.
But, I mean, we had a TLC match. We had tables, we had ladders, we had chairs. Hell, they used the stairs once. It was very entertaining. I ain't even going to lie to you, Devin. I didn't know who was going to win, dude. I wanted the Street Profits to retain and everything, but I didn't know for a fact if they were. You know what I mean? So
they was doing everything and anything in this match, hitting people with a fake leg and spear through a table off a ladder. I mean,
dude, the way they reenacted the Edge and Jeff Hardy spot, but through a table too, was just top tier, bro. SmackDown got lucky. They got blessed with that one. You know what I mean? That was just something I was like, man, dude, that was really good. I know everybody wanted this match at WrestleMania, but here we are witnessing it on SmackDown, you know, so
Just as good, if not better.
Just as good, if not better, you know what I mean? So, after saying that, what's next for the Street Profits and their tag titles?
And who's next for Jacob Fatu?
And will Randy Orton and the John Cena beef actually get to go in like deeper than what we thought it was going to be?
Catch us in the next episode to find out. And that's about it for this episode.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
As for the fan connection, we're out of here.